Welcome back to Marketplace Mastery. I am Mike Shellback. Today we have something that's very important that we learn about, talk about, and I'm sure it's probably the most important module to all of you: commissions. How much we're going to get paid on these applications, when we're going to get paid on these applications. It's probably the most important part of what we do. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, keep in mind, these particular policies do pay what's called as earned commissions. You're not going to get that big lump sum like you once did. Back in 2014, we used to get paid between 7 and 12% of the unsubsidized premium. That was a fat little check, but what it caused was a ton of chargebacks. If that member was to not send in documentation, not make their premium payment, there's a whole bunch of things that can happen. But in the end result, what it ended up doing was costing us our money. So in reality, going with this month-to-month model is going to be a lot more easy, a lot more convenient, and one more very important thing, it's a whole lot safer. The last thing you want to do is accumulate a huge debit balance, go into a vector with an insurance carrier. I'm not sure if you don't know what that is, but basically if you owe an insurance carrier too much money, they can put a hold on your insurance license and you will not be able to get contracted. It'll be a huge issue, so you don't want any vectors. That's pretty simple. So when it comes down to these particular plans, at this point, we are typically getting paid month to month. What they call it is a PM, or per member per month. Now with these particular plans, we are getting paid pretty comparable to Medicare. In a lot of aspects now, we're starting to see some carriers increase their commissions even higher than Medicare. Recently, Anthem increased their commissions in Georgia from about $9 per member per month, which was the joke of the industry, to now $40 per member per month, which leads the industry. And on top of the per member per month, a lot of carriers are going through what they're calling SEP bonuses, and they look something like this. So with Ambetter right now, they'll give you $100 per member if you enroll between 10 and 49 members. And they'll bump that to $125 if you get 50 members up to 199 members. This can be a really fat bonus. If you look at it, 49 members at $100 a member is an additional $4,900. Everyone can put in 49 members in a few months that we have to go through the SEP, or even if you needed to wait until the open enrollment, I can assure you there's always bonuses that are going around for the open enrollment as well. So to give you another understanding, look at this. This is from Anthem. Anthem is now giving another $100 per member, right? And then you can see, look at this. Anthem is also paying $40 per member per month. Amazing. Ambetter recently changed, and now they're paying $30 per member per month. At one time, this was $21, and this was $20. So now they've increased their commissions as well. So you can understand what you should be looking at. If you're writing as much as you possibly can, the reality of it is you should definitely be able to write 200 to 300 applications a year. At minimal, 200 to 300 applications a year. So let's talk about what would happen if you wrote 100 applications. Now, I've already showed you a couple different carriers that are paying over, but let's just say that we're making a modest $25 per member per month. If you were submitting 100 applications, then you would receive a check of $2,500 per month as earned. Or if you want to look at it in the full year, we're talking $30,000 for the year per 100 members. So if now you doubled back and you were cross-selling, you were selling your dental, you were selling your vision, you were selling your cancer, your critical illness. Oh, I forgot. Let's not forget our bonuses. If we were going off of a very modest bonus system, I just showed you a couple bonuses that were higher, but let's just say that the bonus structure is even lower than that one, and let's just call it, what's $50 per member. So now you're looking at an additional $5,000. So now your $30,000 is now $35,000. So let's put that aside. And now let's say that you're selling, I don't know, 40% dental, 40% critical illness or cancer, whatever the case is. On an average dental policy of about $35, your commission should be about $126 for the year. That would be about $5,000 a year in dental commissions. Again, off of 40% of 100 people, so 40 applications is what we're talking about. Same thing goes for your cancer. If you're selling the same 40% of your cancer, the commissions on these plans should be a little bit higher, so you should be looking at a closer about $80 to $8,500 as far as your commissions if you were to sell 40% or 40 applications off of the 100 members that you sold. Now, what I also like to always offer is life insurance. Now, at the very minimal, if you're selling, I don't know, 20, 25%, let's just call it 15% of these members. So 15 out of 100 members also bought life insurance. Average policy cost, let's call it $30, a very small term policy. You're looking at on a 100% contract, $360 per application. If we're talking about 15 of those applications, your commissions would be about $5,400. Now, again, we're discussing off of 100 members. So you can understand, I pulled in 100 members the first week of open enrollment. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to write 300 to 400 members a year. It shouldn't be that difficult. But again, based off of what I just gave you, the first 100 members, if you're cross-selling, getting your bonuses, you should be around $53,000 for the year based off of the 100 members. Now, it's very easy to round that. You want to see 200 members, you're talking about 106,000. 300 would be 159,000. Pretty simple. The numbers add up pretty quickly. Now, as you get better on cross-selling and explaining the insurance, you'll also start to see that member counts fly. It's going to skyrocket, because what's going to happen is the more people you help, the more referrals you're going to get. The easier your business is going to become, because when you get a referral and you sold the person who referred that person cancer, life insurance and dental insurance and medical, the next person who calls you, they're going to want the same exact plan that you gave their friend. So now you just sold 4 more plans to the second person. They're going to go back and refer your business. It's going to keep going. It's like a springboard. This is too easy. So again, about $50,000 per 100 members on the books, as long as you're cross-selling and doing the best that you can. All right, guys, that is it for commissions. Hope you understand. This is an easy job, but you gotta stay persistent. You always gotta do what's right for the customer, but the customer is not gonna know about these extra products if you don't explain it. So make sure they know, and at the end of the day, you'll watch your pockets get fat. All right, guys, have a good day. Peace.